Chris.
And I'm Cynthia.
And we're the Henye family.
And for those of you that are new here, welcome, and let's enjoy some great music together.
Okay, so what do we have for our Goonies today?
Well, today's Saturday, so we're going to do our Canadian content today. Mm-hmm. We always love to do that on the weekends.
It is fun.
Yeah, so today we're doing a band called Triumph. We've done them before, but this is a song I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Triumph. I do. I mean, they're very, very well known. I used to see Rick Hammett on Much all the time.
Yeah.
But I never really delved into their music heavy.
Not really. We only know the big hits that were played all the time.
Big hits.
Yeah.
That would be very few and far between for me.
Yeah.
If there were more, and well, I imagine there were more. I guess it was just slightly out of our time frame, and it wasn't as popular as like Rush or.
Yeah, I think what it was really wasn't necessarily the time frame, but more the fact that we had other bands that were more interesting around us.
Yeah, especially at the time. We were young teenagers, and Triumph was kind of, they were doing well in the 80s, but they weren't doing as well as some of these other bands.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we kind of, I don't know, ignored them, I suppose.
Well, they didn't get played nearly as much either, so.
Yeah. They didn't find the charts the way that some of these poppier bands did. And we were teenagers.
Yeah.
So
this one is Allied Forces, and it was suggested by Tim Liscombe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should get into it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That was, yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this. So yeah, let's do this. This is Triumph with Allied Forces.
I like the energy in this, huh?
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's got a lot of energy for sure. Definitely, well, now I know why it wasn't really on the pop charts when we were growing up.
Yeah, it's not very poppy.
Yeah. It's kind of metally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the time, I honestly, I think this is an 80s song. I'm not sure. Feels like an 80s song.
It really does.
Yeah. But this style of music would not have kind of hit our radar.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah. There was a lot of other bands that we were listening to that were sort of, I don't know, they weren't like this. They were different,
But the metal scene was bubbling up pretty heavy behind that. So
yeah, the closest I think I came to metal at this point in my life, like in the 80s, would have been stuff like AC/DC. you know, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. But that's not
Yeah.
really metal.
Not really. It's kind of a
No.
hard rock. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, somewhere along those lines. This is kind of touching on metal. It's got kind of a poppier feel about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it you know, these guys could have toured with, you know, I don't know, the big metal bands, Iron Maiden and stuff like that. And
Yeah, probably.
through Canada, they would have excelled pretty well.
Yeah, I think so. So we should keep it going.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was insane.
That was a lot of fun.
It really was. The musicianship in this is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, the drummer and the guitarist just went right off.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good.
That was a really, really well done song. And yeah, I really think, you know, comparing it to the metal at the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It would have really held up. I'm
Definitely.
sure.
I think it would have for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I like is that I was listening to the lyrics a bit because, well, with that music, it was actually hard to at first.
Yeah.
But it's literally about rock and roll. It's not about anything else because it said Allied Forces of Rock and Roll.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the direction
so
they
awesome.
go, right?
You know, it's
yeah.
not a deep meaning, but it's interesting because it's a good meaning how they just come together and make awesome music. That's what it's about.
Well, that's what these guys try and, you know, a lot of Triumph songs have these positive message things.
Yeah.
And this one is just rock and roll.
Yeah,
you know?
It's about coming together and conquering, like, music, basically.
Yeah.
It's
This
really good.
this is really good. That guitar solo is just fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that thoroughly.
But then I kind of expect that from Rick Emmett. He's really excellent. I watched an interview with him on Much, and he was playing and talking and stuff, and it was really great. You could really tell that this guy knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. I'm really glad we did this one today because it was so good.
Yeah.
It really brought the energy up in this room, I'll tell you.
For sure. Yeah, this is crazy. This is good stuff.
So thank you very much for that request. It was, of course, very much appreciated. Please don't forget to check us out over on Patreon. It's $3 a month, and we're adding things there all the time. Also, like and subscribe to the channel and become one of our Goonies. Share with your family and friends. Click that notification bell if you don't want to miss a video. And don't forget to enjoy yourself. Later.
Later.